Hey guys, Richard here for Beyond College Success, and today I'm here to chat to you about the topic. Everything that you need for success and happiness is already inside of you. Well, objectively, is that statement correct? I literally cried when I got to realize the profoundness of that statement. Alright, I want to start this video by sharing a little story, and it really goes to the heart of this statement that I made, that everything that you need for happiness and success is already inside of you. So the story goes like this. During creation, now just take this story for what it is and we can worry about the details later on. But during creation, God's angels were having a conversation amongst themselves, asking the question, or at least interacting with each other, saying, where should God really hide the truth? Now, part of the truth in this case could be your relationship with God, who you are, your authentic self, your gifts, your talents, and love. So they were having a conversation amongst themselves and discussing where should God really hide the gift. One said, or the truth, sorry. One said God should hide the truth at the highest mountains. Another also said that God should hide the truth at the depths of the ocean. Another also said that God should hide the truth in the farthest or at the farthest stars. And of course, God heard this story between the angels and he said, I'm not going to hide the truth in any of these places. In fact, I'm going to hide the truth in the depths of the hearts of every human being. So that's every man and woman, so that anybody who wants to find it can easily find it, and those who do not go and find it will have to search through the entire universe to find it. I literally cry and I can think about this particular subject every single day if I so wish, because it has so much to tell, at least me anyway. Now, of course, the question is, does that statement ring well for you? Do you actually believe in it, or you do not? Or there's some element of you that's doubting that story? Well, I do think that if you do have doubts, that's totally okay. But I think if you do spend a lot of time on your own and a lot of time just introspecting, you will come to that realization that actually everything that you want and everything that you need for happiness and success are already given to you just because you're a human being. And I also think that we have been trained somewhat by society and just the general way we are raised to always think about external, right? We always think that problems, internal problems, could be fixed by seeking an external solution. And for this reason, most of us don't really inquire about ourselves. When something goes wrong, immediately we are the first to actually seek an external solution. Now, by no means are those external solutions bad, but fix an internal problem with an internal solution. That would be my own take on the whole idea here. So, for example, the way I think this kind of work in real life, for example, is one, you feel that you cannot be happy because you don't have a job, or you feel that you cannot be successful because the economy is bad, or the competition is too high, or you feel that you don't have enough gifts, or your gifts are not as potent as any other person's, or that you feel that your boyfriend or your girlfriend is behaving in every sort of erratic way and you don't understand them. So those are all external examples, right? Whereas somebody who is internally grounded and who really understands this truth, really understands who they are, they're coming from the internal paradigm and they understand that internal problems has to be fixed with internal solutions rather than external solutions. For example, that could be one, that they want to work harder on themselves to make themselves more valuable so that they can get a job or build a career that they want. And they are also, for example, a second example could be they are happy and they are capable of creating happiness or being happy alone before they can get any other person to come into their lives, or at least believes that people who come into their life are adding to their excitement, not because they need them in any form of way of form. I think the way I also look at this question, or the way we can explore this question of everything, is inside you is by looking into 4 areas. Number one area is physically. You as a human being, you've been born automatically with the body that you have, and you've been born with having human traits. For example, your eyes, your nose, your legs, your hands. Those are traits of of mankind, right? And automatically, you've been given all this for free, pretty much. Now, of course, the question is, do you realize that you have all these things, and do you take it for granted, or you take some part of it for granted, or you accept some of it and you reject the other? I think the key here for all of us is to learn to accept ourselves the way we are. I think that's really the beginning of everything. What about emotionally? As a human being, you are born with emotions. Everything is really in there for you. You have the ability to love somebody else. You have the ability to love yourself. You have the ability to be happy on your own. And you also have the ability to relate to other people. So for me, that's very powerful, because half of the time we as human beings are running under emotions for the most part, at least anyway. What about intellectually? You've been born with a mind that works excellent. It works powerfully. You've been given a brain to think for yourself, right? Do you realize all this that's kind of given to you? And with your mind, you can pretty much create anything you want. You could explore, you could invest in your gifts to make you more valuable in so many ways. Those are powerful. And lastly would be spirituality. Your spirit, you've been born with a godlike spirit. Do you realize that? Do you take it for granted? Do you feed your spirit in any sort of way? Do you uplift yourself in any sort of way? I think for most people, they don't actually understand these 4 combinations. They don't really understand how these really work together. And I think the challenge for me right now is to get all these 4 aspects and really realize it in its deepest form. And I think there's so much power in that. And I guess this is probably why I came to that realization that everything that I need for my life is really inside of me. I don't need any other thing to make it better. Now, sure, external events could be nice, but they are not the real deal. The real deal really comes from the inside. So the way this worked for me practically, or the way I came to discover this practically, is by sitting on my own. I just took my journal one day. Now, although this did happen progressively, where I sit down for, I don't know, whatever amount of time, maybe 5, 10 minutes, and literally I was so touched by what I discovered about myself, because for a long time I did think that I didn't have a gift. I did think that I didn't have something that I could offer. But when I sat down and really observed myself and really kind of looked at all these areas, for example, physically, what I was good at, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, then I realized that I actually have some of these things that I was actually complaining about. So I was pretty much saying to myself that I didn't have any of these skills, and other people have it better than me, and there's nothing I could offer. Whereas this is not the case. And I think for many years I did spend my life kind of thinking that, oh, I don't have something that somebody else has. Whereas right now I do feel that I have something powerful and I have something to share, right? And I think this is a lot more profound than anything, right? And I think for you practically, the way this can work out for you is that you need to actually start sitting down and doing this thing for yourself. Sit down without distraction, stay there, journal, write, really get into the emotional aspect of this. If you feel sad in that day, play into that sadness. If you feel happy on that day, play into that happiness. Really get into the sense of what it feels like to have everything inside you. And it's really more powerful because you are more aware of yourself. You are more grateful for all the human traits that you have, and you don't take it for granted like most people do. My final remark, though, that I want to mention to you is that this day, look deep inside of you. The answers are there for you. I wish I can do this for you, or I wish somebody can do this for me, but the reality is that nobody can do it for me. I have to do it on my own. So reach down deep inside of you is my final remark for you in this video. All right, guys, that's all I have to say in this video. Shoot me your comment. Let me know your thoughts on this particular episode. I really, really want to hear what you think about this episode. All right, that's it for me. Bye.